If you struggle with writer's block, I have a few tips on how to cure it and probably some things you've never heard before. My name's Elijah Joseph. I wrote a graphic novel recently, and I don't think that I ever had writer's block while writing. Definitely haven't had writer's block while reading it, but I did not have writer's block while writing Something in the Water. And that is because of 5 things that you will find out in this video. Let's start with number 1. Enough yapping, huh? So I wrote a bunch of things before Something in the Water, and I learned a lot from writing those things. The first thing I learned is relax, chill out. Especially if you're working on your first draft, relax. It doesn't matter. No one is going to see this thing. It doesn't matter. You can just type F it 100 times, 1,000, 10,000 times, and nobody will see it because this is your first draft, and you will be rewriting that sucker later. So take the pressure off of yourself. Worry about making whatever you're working on better on your second draft. Get all of it out. Get out of your head. Because if there's anything I've learned, writing is rewriting. And also relax in the way of get outside, go for a walk, play some video games. When you take your mind off the thing that you're pressuring yourself to think about, it stops you. It's like constipation. You push too hard, no poop comes out. All right, that was a really disgusting metaphor, but you get the point. Play some games, hang out with some friends, read some books, read some good books, read some bad books, and eventually that thing that you're worried about will disappear and your answer will magically appear. This meme I saw from Terry Crews, of all people, I think it was from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I'm not sure. Anyways, basically, I don't know if it's a meme, but this picture helped me convey this message a little bit better. So he says, it's okay. One thing I tell people all the time, never judge your work while you're doing it. Just let it go. All judgment stops creativity. This is like number 2 that I want to put in here, 1A, but we'll say it's number 2 for the sake of easiness. Create a judgment-free zone. Wherever you write is now a judgment-free zone. You're not going to say this is bad. You're going to be completely indifferent about what you're writing, and you're just going to write. Stop judging yourself. You are good enough. I don't know if you've been told this, but you're good enough. And I am your father. Okay. That needs to be said because a lot of writer block stems from judgment and putting pressure on yourself. Unless you're under a deadline, there's no need to have like immense pressure on yourself. Number 3, this is the biggest one for me, and that is to brainstorm. Sounds simple enough. I find when I'm staring at the screen, not knowing what to type next, it's mostly because I don't know what's going to happen next. 99% of the time, writer's block comes from being unprepared. So brainstorm and become more prepared. Now, it goes back to the previous topic, but don't worry about what you're writing. Just get what you mean to write on the page. Don't struggle to make a beautiful prose. Just say what you want and then rewrite it later. And zoom out. If you're so focused on the minute, zoom out, focus on your outline. Focus on writing scene by scene and then fill in the little details later to get you from one scene to the next. Sometimes writing is like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You need all the pieces before you can put it together. A lot of people are pantsers and they can write on a whim, and sometimes they get stuck. And that's because they're underprepared. They don't know where they're going. It's hard to go somewhere if you don't have a map, right? So maybe make a map to help you out. You can do this scene by scene or the whole outline like I did. I did a whole outline for this sucker, all right? And I'm doing a whole outline for my next one, so I know exactly where I'm going. And sure, the directions may change as I write, but I know where I should be going. And if I get stuck again, I go zoom out and I start brainstorming. A way to brainstorm is just ask yourself questions. Think of what's the worst thing that could happen? What happens if somebody has sex in the scene right now? What happens if everybody just died? What if he said this? What if he said that? Just start asking questions, and usually that will get your creative juices flowing enough to start writing. Again, writing is rewriting. So relax. You're in a judgment-free zone. Number 4, I think I said 5, but I actually only had 4 written down. Maybe I'll try to come up with one because I'm a genius. No. Number 4 is just to write. I find just writing things helps me get in the flow of writing. So that doesn't just mean like write what you're writing. I mean, like pop out a journal. I don't have a journal here, but pop out a journal. Start writing down how you're feeling, frustrated, why that you're feeling this way because I can't write anything. Write about what you did earlier that day. Write about what you did a year ago on that day. If you can remember, probably not, because I could not do that because I have a terrible memory, but you get the point. Write out some feelings, write out what you're thinking about, write what you're going to do tomorrow. Write a crazy scenario that has nothing to do with your story, and if you can just get some juices flowing, I'm sure that your writer's block will be solved. That is all I can think of. I am not a genius. I could not come up with another one. The only one I thought of was just go look for some inspiration. Use this as an excuse to go read a book, read some pages of different books, go watch a movie, find out, just get some inspiration from something that you really love to help you write the scene that you're writing. A lot of the greatest moments in movies are moments that have been stolen or homaged to other scenes from previous scenes. I cannot speak. If you've gotten this far, check out my graphic novel, Something in the Water. It is a thrilling graphic novel. If you like thrillers, satire, horror elements, this is definitely for you. It's about two teens tackling a conspiracy theory in their town, and they're going to try to save the town when nobody else believes them. So if you also like conspiracy theories, this is the book for you. I'll see you next time when I upload, and if you found any of this information valuable, feel free to drop a like, a comment on things that I may have missed about how to cure writer's block, and slap that subscribe button. All right, goodbye.